when I joined, VC was not a competitive industry. Like it was clubby.
Yeah.
You could be really frankly lazy and still do great. It was metaphorically shooting fish in a barrel. There was way not enough capital for the opportunity of funding startups, and so you could be bad, just like straight up bad, and make money.
Yeah.
That's not the case anymore. And I kind of think so. I was thinking about this before the show. I'm curious what you think, participating in both sides of this world, is the analogy. I think the venture business has become like the media business, and both literally in terms of you got to have a following, but also in terms of the business, the industry structure. Like, so here's where I'm going with this. In the media business, there are two strategies that work now. You can either be essential, must-consume content. You can be Disney and be like, we own Marvel, we own Star Wars. Like, this is tentpole. The way we compete with Netflix is like, you are gonna pay, especially if you're a parent, you're gonna pay us because you gotta have this content. So you can be Disney. I think that's, Sequoia and Andreessen and the like these days. They're Disney. The other way you can have essential content is to do what we're doing, is just like own a niche. Like, you are the best software engineering content on the internet, period. You've been doing it for 6 years. You're unassailable. But you're an indie, and we're the same at Acquired. Or you can be the platform that you can be the Netflix, or you can be the YouTube, where you're just like a horizontal platform and everybody's on the platform. I think it's the same in venture. You got Sequoia, you got Andreessen, they're the Disney. You've got the individual solo capitalists, the Alad Gills, the Locky Grooms, I won't put you and me in the category, but like, we're working on it. And then you got the platforms, which is YC, and maybe On Deck too. Anything else that's not one of those strategies, good luck, you know.
Well, growth, Tiger.
Well, right, but not good luck. You're a commodity. You're a commodity business. Like, in the media business, you're pumping out commodity content. In the venture investing business, I don't mean this to denigrate Tiger at all. I think they're awesome. I think they realize what they are, and they have an excellent strategy.
Right.
But they are paying market prices.
They're defining the market
price. They are defining the market price. I guess maybe that's the way to do it. Maybe they're taking like an Amazon approach. That's kind of how I think about it. So all these firms that don't have the brand of a Disney and don't have the niche content of a super expert indie content producer, the media analogy, and aren't YC, it's tough. It's a tough place to be, I think.
There was a dinner I was at like 2 or 3 years ago, and with a bunch of investors and entrepreneurs, and we're doing this thing where we're all just like posing questions to the table and voting on the questions. And I asked the question, who's going to be the more successful firm in 10 years, Sequoia or Andreessen?
Oh.
And the only people that raised their hands for Andreessen was me and one other person at a table of like 10 people. And I don't say that because I like dislike Sequoia or something.
They're great.
I just think they have taken the approach of we're gonna be like soft spoken. We're gonna be kind of like, behind the scenes. And
for a long time, their slogan was "the entrepreneurs behind the entrepreneurs." I think they've finally ditched that. But.
Yeah, I think they're slowly building out like more of a content direction. But I think like the challenge is like, I think the days of winning through. Maybe I haven't seen behind the scenes as much, but like being like winning as being like the best consigliere or like I don't know. I think like the media channel, the whole media approach that Andreessen took was really prescient and
early. They started in 2009 with this strategy, and they've kept this strategy. They've kept doubling down on it. Year after year. Yeah. And
it's because it's about being top of mind. I think by the way, I think if Sequoia created a giant media arm, they would be like I would have no take anymore. It would be neck and neck. Like I just think they should.
It's
they
sort
should
of
invest
surprising
in
to me that they haven't.
Because it's anathema to. I mean, you did this. I did listen to the Acquired. Like it's anathema to their brand.
It is, but it's anathema to what they used to be. But I actually think one of the things I respect the most about Sequoia, that started with Don Valentine, who founded it, and now Doug Leone, who runs it. We did an episode with him, and he was pounding the table that Sequoia is about change, and it's about. I think Doug's line was, in his Doug Leone, accent way of him saying things is, when something is working like a dream at Sequoia Capital, we throw it out the window. Because you got to be constantly changing and evolving, and they've done an amazing job of that. The Scout program, the Global Growth Fund, there's so many things they've done and added to Sequoia over the years. So I bet they do something like this. I'm sure they're thinking about it.
So which firm would you have raised your hand for?
I would raise both hands.
Oh, you're such a diplomat. You're such a diplomat.
Part of it's being diplomatic. I want to have friends at both places.
Okay, Dale Carnegie.
But come on, they're like the Disney and HBO. Like there's room for it. They each have must-have. They each have must-view content, and they each put immense amount of resources into building and maintaining that. Andreessen literally with content. Sequoia with God, nobody works harder than those guys. Like they have managed to get into just about every single company that matters, and that is what, at the end of the day, what matters. I think both. Although you're right, Andreessen perpetually surprises people on the upside and how much they've been able to do. And God, just look at crypto, right? Other VCs were laughing their heads off at them when they were raising a crypto fund. And yeah, who's laughing now?
Yeah, that's for sure.